you know, I don't see an us and them situation. The government. Government should be spelt with a small g. There is no the government. Government is a concept, like software, like an operating system that runs off like operations, functions, codes, classes, acts, regulations, rules, statutes, constitutions. The whole thing's got a bit mixed up, really, you know. For example, law and law and legal. Like, obviously it's unlawful, or it's wrong to kill or steal or harm in any way anybody else, or trespass. And so people don't steal, not because of the law, because it's against the law or anything. People don't steal because it's not in their conscience. They don't agree with it in their own conscience. It doesn't make sense in their own natural law system for somebody to steal. So people don't steal. It's got nothing to do with laws or regulations. People don't hurt each other. Also, nothing because of the regulations. It's nothing because of police. People don't hurt each other because people are generally empathic. People are generally good-hearted, you know. And so a lot of the police and bureaucrats and lawmakers and people who work as officials for the system they're like the ones who think that they're keeping the system together. You know, they think without the rules the whole thing would collapse. Okay, there's a lot of things that would collapse with some of the rules and things. But at the end of the day, people are good-hearted. And us people were kind of letting the lawmakers and the police and everybody think that they're the ones who are keeping it together. Not really the case, you know. So when are rules good? Well, rules comes, the word rule comes from rex, like lex, rex, the ruler, or the Regel in German, and so regulations, registration, republic, all words with re are connected with rex, the king. And the king is there to protect the people, and so the rules are there to protect the people. And if the people agree on those rules, they're there to you know, so that the children have got some guidelines to follow, and people, you know, they've got some guidelines and stuff. They've got some ruler. I've got a ruler to follow. But it's been shown that too many rules stop people thinking. There's been tests in villages where there was a massive amount of road signs and accidents where they just removed all of the road signs, and sometimes the white lines on the street, and the accidents reduced completely, and I think totally. And that's the point of it. It's like our freedom to think for ourselves and make mistakes and bend the rules, and to have the rules there but not to be so strict. And governments and government workers, police officers, policy enforcers, paper workers, lawyers, civil servants, they're all agents of like corporate services. They're all service providers, corporate service providers in limited companies. And they all have their own rules and codes of conduct within each of their own business capacities. And so you might have experienced this yourselves, you know, with, for example, a service provider like an internet provider or a telephone provider, where you want to cancel your account, you want to terminate your contract. And there's different things in that contract. And if you don't do it properly, then one or the other thing doesn't get cancelled through some kind of internal administrative procedure. And at the end of the day, a little error you made with their system, and so they make you pay for it, basically. So it's like, you know, like imagine you go down to the grocery shop and you want a year's supply of potatoes. But you want it every month. So you go in and they sell a basket of potatoes. And so you go in and you say, okay, I want a year's supply of baskets of potatoes. And you pay them for the year. Well, they give you the bill, you pay them for the year. They put a name on your basket and a little scratch on a slate. And then you get the potatoes. But then at the end of that year you say, I don't want the potatoes anymore, right? And then they say, well, we've already scratched the name. Well, you know, your name's still on the basket, and we've already scratched it on the slate. So you have to pay. You know, you see these letters where, you know, it's, I'm sorry to inform you that we cannot, you know. And you think to yourself, hang on a sec. It's your system, it's your administrative system, it's your technical system. You know, I'm not responsible for your bookkeeping or accountancy or your inner codes of conduct, your own regulations and statutes. You know, just because I'm on your business premises doesn't mean to say I have to have my dinner break at the same time as you, you know. So it's the same type of thing with society, you know. We find ourselves in a social contract in the same way. And so as soon as we try and remove that presumption that we're in any kind of contract, you know, out come the mother police, you know, and go with these strict regulations and rules and codes. And in actual fact, the customer is king. You know, customer is the one who brings custom. And, you know, if you go into another country, you don't follow that country's codes and statutes and acts. You follow that country's customs and traditions. And so there's a big difference there, you know. So if you walk into a shop, then your custom becomes, you know, paramount in a way. I don't know, you know, I'll probably end this little video off anyway, so, you know, it's about becoming your own king in a way, you know, customer is king, you know, and your custom. And we'll go into that, you know, setting up your own kingdom and yeah, have a nice time.